Kon Bon Wa, good evening, dwellers. It is I, Logan My Titan, and welcome to episode 39 of Fallout 76, Blind, Deaf, and Dumb. I had to do some, I guess what's called server hopping to load up, because every time I tried to come here, just to load up from where we left off last time, it was nuked. It was like, you're entering a nuked zone. Do you want to try a different world? And I was like, yes, please. And then it loaded up, and it was like, this is a nuked zone. Would you like to try another area? And I was like, yes. And it was like 3 times before I was finally able to
a single person could be spread so thin.
Get actually here so I can explore, pick up where I left off in the last episode.
I heard there's a...
Oh god, the NPCs are going to drive me absolutely crazy. But I do want to explore this. So we started looking around a little bit. And this is definitely a different area. I think I went upstairs last time. So the Saltron, who I'm normally terrified of, is already kind of staggering around. So I figure we'll kind of look around, get acquainted with, it's new, so get acquainted with the layout now. See how drastically different it is from the way it was before. I'm already alright. From where I came in, I'm disoriented. Alright, so I'm at the end of the hall. Normally when I've come in previously, I've come in...
Please do not interfere with resort security patrols.
No, I'm not interfering. I would normally come in... Oh. Well, I guess I can't, because it says Whitespring Refuge. But I swear that's where I would normally...
Whitespring is fabulous this time of year.
Okay, janitor. Alright, so that's... Yeah, I swear that's where I would normally come in. And then I would go shopping. So the shops are still here. And it looks like they're still the same shops. In the same order that they were in previously. I think. Like sometimes these dudes have weapons.
Looking for traditional hunting leathers or something with more staying power?
No weapons. Got a bunch of armor. That's better than what I have, honestly.
The local game has been rather more spirited since the war.
Alright, how about you? What you got? Short gamma gun. Not for me. Alright. Nobody has any sniper rifles? Alright, so this part is the same. You have weapons sometimes too, right?
Sir, we have sabers, swords, muskets, rifles.
You certainly do have a lot of short hunting rifles. Okay. How about you? Oh. Okay. That's a lot of those. War drums. Okay. That's interesting. And isn't there like one more shop? Oh. So we have legendary exchange in here now. Alright. Well, wait, there's a stash box too, right? Somewhere in here? Is there? Wait, isn't? I can't. Yes. I don't normally do this on camera. I'm sorry. I just want to get rid of... Where is it? Oh, I'm silly. I want to be over here. Like, really? Really? Yeah, you could be over encumbered for like a minute. Because we're going to get rid of those. Because I'm never in a million years am I using... What? A spine? Whatever this is? It's not even worth that much. Anyway. And I have 325. So yeah, let's get rid of this. And yeah, Juggernaut Super Sledge, no thank you. Alright. So now I have some more legendary script. I don't think I have any armor. No. Alright, I could put the excavator helmet in over here. Alright. That was, I won't do anything more. I don't like doing that.
Prepare for danger.
Alright.
Prepare for adventure.
Alright, Frederick.
Prepare for survival.
Alright, all you have is that stuff. Okay. So I feel like I got a feel. You can come in over there, which is weird because that looked like what was the front, but now it's not the front. Anyway. So I'm going to stop thinking about it because it's hurting my brain a little bit. So they want me to go upstairs.
Please refrain from theft, looting, assault, murder, or
Murder.
the flowers.
No, I ain't
Now,
messing.
if there's anything I can do for you.
I'm just trying to get by you, buddy. I ain't gonna be murdering anybody in here. Alright, so I can't go up the stairs here. But I used to be able to go up these stairs. Right? And then this says Whitespring Refuge. Whitespring Refuge. I guess I gotta go upstairs because I'm confused. What exactly... I mean, I probably could have used those elevators.
Guest security is our priority.
But, yeah, it seems like it's more closed off. I thought it was going to be... I don't know why. I thought it was going to be more open and accessible, but it's the opposite. Gold? Like, I still get confused about this. Gold press machine. Like, oh, I can make gold from treasury notes? It says, what, I have 100 gold. Oh. Okay, so I trade in... I did not know this. I trade in treasury notes, and that's how I get gold. Okay. Cool. Alright. So yeah, I figured this out a couple episodes ago, and now I get that. Alright. I know how to do stuff, and I can come here to do it. Both of those. Alright, let's go upstairs and I guess talk to whoever we're supposed to be talking to here. That looks like the glowing sea. In my other two series, my Fallout 4 modded series, I am pretty much at the end. It's Fallout 4 modded. I can't shoot him now? What? Fallout 4 modded, Outcasts and Remnants. It's a really fun and ridiculous series. Yeah, alright, so this is where I came in at the end of the previous episode. I went over here and the NPCs were just yip, 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 and it wanted me to go that way, and I went down over here and explored, and there really just was nothing of interest at all. I mean, there was some terminal entries I think I was thinking about reading right in here. So I guess we could take a quick look at them. Orlando's terminal. And it was logistics, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because that one's broken. So logistics. Inventory requests. Approved. Inventory request pending review. I think I looked at it briefly. Okay, so I did kind of look at this. And it just looks like... I can't figure out if this is supposed to be hotel stuff. Or if this is supposed to be for the responders that's here that I haven't talked to. So I guess I'll stop messing around and just go talk to somebody and figure out what's going on. Yeah, so the Fallout 4 modded series pretty much at its end, and I will be starting the next one of that, which is Project Valkyrie.
Sunny all week.
Once I confirm that is complete. And I just finished, I believe, the Skyrim modded Rigmore Bruma series. So I will be starting up the new series for that, which is going to be Rigmore of Cyrodiil, and super excited about that as well. 2 new series, because I'm at the end, just happened to be at the end of the other series. This series will just continue to go until, I don't know, maybe I finish all of the... This is weird. Oh, this is shop? Oh, it's Giuseppe.
Oh, you think I'm a good salesman?
Trade
You should have met
stamps.
my mother.
What the heck is stamps?
Ah, a customer. Here to peruse or buy? Either way, prepare your eyes for a feast of the senses, huh? A spectacle like no other. Oh, I got a bit carried away, didn't I? Forgot to properly introduce myself. Giuseppe della Ripa, at your service. Tradesman and curio collector. Welcome to Giuseppe's Curios.
Alright, we got a lot of questions we can ask him. I keep overhearing you talk about riddles. Did I? What is it you do here?
Buy, sell, trade, and count.
I mean, he's a
I'm a
shop.
collector of oddities and eccentricities, and I sell those eccentricities for the right price. Perhaps I might have something to your liking.
I like your ears, Giuseppe. Can I have them? Where are you from? I'm from Italy. I mean, he's doing just... I mean, his name's Giuseppe, and he might as well just call him Mario. But anyway.
Oh, I've called many places home. Clarksburg, New York, now Appalachia again. But none ring truer in my heart than the homeland. Italia!
Call that. I'm just going to say fascinating.
Oh, I agree.
What are curios?
You walk past and see a sparkle at the edge of your
These
vision.
robots sure make my job
Maybe
easier.
it's a dusty mirror or a long-forgotten urn. A decades-old music box. That's a curio.
Okay. What brings you to Whitespring? I'm going to guess he wanted to set up a shop somewhere.
Fame and fortune. Or maybe just fortune. Perhaps neither. It's easier to earn money than to search for what you're really looking for.
And what is it that you're really looking for, Giuseppe?
Let's just say I'm looking for some things I've lost that may be found again. I don't know if I can find them definitively, but it is worth the risk.
I was halfway expecting him to go, I'm looking for a good pizza pie.
As our chief mission,
I keep overhearing you talk about riddles. I mean, I don't think I did, but sure.
I have books upon books of riddles. They keep a man entertained. Besides, it's a good conversation starter. You have only ever seen me in the distance, never up close. Look in any direction, and I will be there. What am I?
I'm riddle me this, riddle me that. I'm not a riddle guy. I don't know, the horizon.
Yes, the horizon. Forever in the distance. No matter how far you walk, you will never reach it.
Okay. That was kind of cute, I guess. My son would probably enjoy that, riddles and stuff. I'm not 7 though, so okay. Actually, I'll be back later.
Do come back.
So what's this stamps? My
An
grandfather...
abundance of trinkets for sale, available for your perusal.
Shush. My grandfather collected stamps.
Maybe not an abundance.
What is this stamp stuff? I have no stamps. Okay, so this is the Pitt. This is Pitt stuff. So there's a new there's new
You're
money.
very jumpy, aren't you?
Okay. So there's new
Perhaps it's
currency.
nerves.
and it's stamps. Can I steal all these sodas down here?
Of the newest cola sensation, Nuka-Cola Quantum.
No, they're fake sodas. I can't steal them. And it wants me to trade with the
What I
cabinet.
do is extremely rewarding, but
Okay.
boy, is it.
All right, Bubbles. What's up? What you got? I'm so confused.
Fruity? Try Nuka Cherry, Grape, or Orange.
You sound
Need
like
any help carrying all those stamps?
I literally have no stamps, Giuseppe. Shut your mouth. You sound like Curie from Fall 4. Okay, so she literally just has Nuka-Colas.
Looking for something
Which
different?
makes
We
sense.
have
Her name is
regional
Bubbles.
flavors you won't find this side
All
of
right.
Nuka World.
Curios and
I can randomly steal the stuff. I can go out there.
The same thing.
There's a ladder to nowhere. All right, interesting. So there's 2 shops there.
Doing all right, Mama. You're always in my thoughts.
I like to see the world beyond Appalachia someday.
Why are you here?
Maybe out ad Victoriam, citizen. My name is Initiate Ellison of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah.
How may I be of service?
Ad Victoria
oh,
to you
man,
too.
Did I get that right? I did, didn't I? Score!
Yeah, I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel too, although I've abandoned them because they're driving me crazy. Can I ask you some questions?
Shoot. I mean, shoot as in ask me something. Don't fire at me.
I have some questions about the Brotherhood of Steel. I'd like to know more about you. I want to know a bit more about the Whitespring. Let's talk about something else. Tell me about the Whitespring.
I'll tell you what I can. But keep in mind, as a Brotherhood scribe, some of my intel is highly classified.
Those Blue Ridge folks
I'm in the Brotherhood, you knucklehead.
Can't believe we got a verdict.
Why are you the only Brotherhood affiliate here? Made any friends here? What do you think of the responders? That's everything I need to know. What do you think of the responders?
Oh, you mean Rutgers people? They're all right, I guess. I'd say they do a lot of good for the people of Appalachia, but there's hardly enough of them around anymore for everything that needs to get done. Between you and me, they'd probably be a lot more useful if they just got absorbed into the Brotherhood. They may have good aims, but they don't have the resources to do it. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood is making amazing strides every day. You're not gonna tell Rucker I said any of this, right? Please don't.
No, I'm telling him. Your neck is really creepy looking, dude. It's all veiny and like extra dark. All right. Made any friends?
Ha! Well, not really. Rucker's nice and all, but every time she looks at me, she looks like she's in pain. Could be chronic illness. Giuseppe's okay. I know he's got that whole salesman act going on, but he's actually a pretty cool guy. Reads a lot. Knows quite a bit about the world. Skippy's nice and all, but his inventions all look like alien probes to me. Orlando's probably the biggest enigma of them all. I don't know anything about them. They seem nice enough, but I always feel like they're hiding something from me. And I get the impression they just tolerate me. I feel like I could be out of the door to Whitespring any minute.
All right, so I picked up a lot of things there. First of all, I still don't know. Is he saying Rutger? Like Rucker Hauer or Rutgers College? Is that and that's a she? And in Orlando, he nope, that's not what I went to say. He switched to specific is where I was going. He switched to non-gender specific pronouns. So is this going to be another character like Burke, or is it a robot? All right. Why are you the only Brotherhood affiliate here?
That's classified information, civilian.
I'm literally in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm not a Master Paladin though.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I didn't even know that was a title. Sorry. Here, to make up for it, you can have some of my rations. Please don't tell anyone about this little mix-up. It won't happen again. Scribe Valdez sent me here. I'm just keeping tabs on the place. Nothing too important. Just keeping my eyes on that vertibird. What are they using it for?
I'm glad that I said that. I got a purified water out of it and everything.
Sure. Anything else you need?
Sure. I'd like to know more about you.
Me? Well, I'll try to answer whatever I can.
I love Esme's cooking.
You seem
It's been so
very
long since
eager.
the food with
Eager?
actual
I
flavor.
didn't realize it was so obvious. Look, all my life I dreamed of doing something more than tending some Brahmin in the field in West Virginia. I wanted something more, and the Brotherhood of Steel is that something more to me. When I saw Night Shin first approach me, laser rifle drawn, now that's awe-inspiring. Makes your heart pound. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that?
Night Shin is terrible, and so's Romani. The only one that's decent is Valdez. What's your story, Allison?
My story? I'm not very interested if that's what you're asking. I was born in Louisiana, but I hardly remember it. We moved to West Virginia when I was really young. Me, my mom, and my brother. He stayed behind to help my mom on the farm, and I went off to join the Brotherhood. I knew I had to do it. I was chasing that dream, you know? But I still feel guilty leaving the two of them behind. Mama was so proud of me, though. Made me feel proud of myself. In all honesty, I'm a bit of a fish out of water, but I hide it as best I can.
Why is your right arm vibrating like that? It's kind of freaking me out. But you seem like you try too hard.
If you had everything you ever wanted, would you just let it slip between your fingers? No, you hold on to it with an iron grip. I'm proud to be Brotherhood. So immensely proud. It's an honor just to wear this insignia. Haven't you ever been a part of something that made you that proud?
Man, that's a deep question.
This place could stand to have some cats.
I'm more of a lone operator. I mean, that's especially with the way that I'm playing this. That's the fair answer. I'm gonna go with that.
That's a shame. Maybe you'll find something that speaks to you someday. I'm an ambitious man. I always find a way to make my dreams come true. But I can't deny how lucky I am to be in the position I'm in. So I'll be damned if I slack for 1 minute and lose the best thing that ever happened to me. I may be young, I may be inexperienced, but that just means I have to work a little harder than everyone else.
I like you, Allison. You seem like a good guy. That's all for
Sure
now.
thing.
I really don't want to talk anymore, but just for sake of completing all of his dialogue, let's ask about the Brotherhood. I know more than enough about them, but let's go ahead and do it.
Ask away.
Oh, that's a lot of
Nothing like the
things.
feeling of a good job done well.
I know what the Brotherhood is. I really don't want to say that. Did the Brotherhood form us? If you're initiate, you must be the one calling the shots, huh? You don't like I'm going to say that one. I literally loathe all three of these.
I'm training to be a scribe. You won't find scribes decked out in power armor. And even if I wasn't, I'm still an initiate. It would be impractical to waste your best tech on, well, a new recruit.
I'm going to do all the dialogue just because I like Ellison and I like the voice actor. I hate these questions so much.
You've never... Well, never mind that. I'd love to tell you more about the Brotherhood. Oh, gosh, where do I even start? The Brotherhood of Steel is one of the most powerful, most hard-working organizations you'll ever come across. We seek the preservation and restoration of advanced technology, especially pre-war tech, weapons, armor, that sort of thing, but not exclusively. We're committed to the preservation of all technology, not just guns. Pretty noble, if you ask me.
Hope all the folks at the commune
Good
are doing well.
answer. Even better propaganda. I'm not even reading it because I hate it.
Oh no, we come from California. It was a long trek over here, from what I heard.
Same thing.
Oh no, not at all. Someday, I will be.
There's no problem too big.
Thank God. That's enough about the Brotherhood.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's talk about something
Sure
else.
thing.
Catch you later, Allison.
It's Initiate Ellison. But yeah, I'll see you later.
Okie dokie.
You look a bit sickly. There's a poultice my mama taught me how to make.
Giuseppe's,
You should try it.
Curios.
Should live by his name. And skip on down
Alright,
to my
who are you? Sophie. Hey, Sophie. What are you staring at over there? Are you staring at her? You want her number?
I
Hey,
should check if those Blue Ridge
If you're
folks
caught
know
out and about with no
letters,
place
too.
to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods.
your voice does not match you at all. Sophie's checking you out. Yeah, alright. Wait, there's somebody else back here. Who are you?
I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
Okay. I'm probably not supposed to... I guess I could be back here. Anything to steal? Nothing to steal. Alright. Sophie. You're wearing paramedic outfit.
Well, hello there, stranger. Sophie Wagner, pleased to meet you.
Oh, another southern accent. Yay. What's going on here?
Why, this is the Refuge, headquarters of the responders. These ones, anyway. I hear some other folks might be using the name, too. But these are the ones I know about. And joined. And work for. You get it.
Join the responders.
So, these are the responders as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeehaw. I know this is the Refuge, but what are you doing here?
Oh, sorry, I get you now. Well, right now, I'm just getting things in order to take in donations. The Refuge always needs more stuff, you know, food, clothes, whatnot. Stuff people need. Hoping folks will want to help out. Rucker says you can't just have people dumping things any old place, so I'm getting organized first. Rucker likes things organized.
I hate those, 3-second delays after they talk. Yeah, and definitely Rucker is the name. Okay. Can I ask you some more questions?
Well, what the heck? I've got time to take a little break. Shoot.
Can you tell me more about the Refuge? Mind if I ask you some personal questions? Tell me more about the Refuge.
You're gonna have to narrow it down there. Something specific you wanted to know?
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does.
What exactly does the
Probably
Refuge
something more
do?
medicinal.
Helps people, I guess?
Take care of people, silly. Lots of folks out there ain't got enough to eat or a place to sleep or are sick. It's rough out there, you know that. Here at the Refuge, they can get some of what they're missing. Rucker's making sure of it. We're making sure of it.
Orlando is very charming.
Oh god, the random NPC chatter in the background is so obnoxious. Saving everyone's a pretty tall order, don't you think?
Maybe so. Doesn't mean it's not worth trying. You're looking at it all wrong, though. You don't try to save everyone, you save individuals. Help enough people, and there's more people to help out others. You build trust, you build compassion, and you build community. That's what sees us all through this.
Sounds good. Well, what's your part in all this? I mean, she pretty much told us she's in charge of organizing stuff.
Didn't we go over this?
Yes.
I'm getting us prepped to accept donations, materials, goods, food. You name it, we're gonna need it.
Listen, I didn't write this dialogue. I did not write these questions.
No worries. What's on your mind?
Sure, some personal questions.
How personal are we talking?
Super personal. So, what's your story, Sophie?
Who, me? Oh, I'm not that interesting. Came here from Kentucky. Wanted to see more of the world. I had a pretty happy childhood. We had a whole commune. All the kids raised together, so I had 24 siblings and lots of parents. Got here, heard about the responders, and thought, that's for me. It's like my mom's always said. When everybody pitches in, there's nothing we can't do together.
Okay, so Sophie was in a cult. That's what I got from that. What do you mean, raised together?
Collective parenting. Instead of individual families, everybody treated the community as one big family. So the adults were all parents to all the kids, you know? I had lots of dads and moms, and every kid there was my sibling. It was a very loving environment, and we were happy. It wasn't until I left that I found out that wasn't normal. True story. The way y'all do it seems pretty weird to me.
Okay. It went off in a direction I was not expecting. You said you lived on a commune.
Oh yeah, out in the woods, pretty remote. Whole bunch of us. Great place to grow up. They said it was set up before the bombs by some folks who refused to fight in the war. Conscientious objectors, you know. People thought they were communists, so they decided to get away from it all and build something for themselves.
Someone set us up the bomb. Okay, mind if we change the subject?
No problem. What do you want to talk about?
I really don't want to talk anymore. I'll catch you later, Sophie.
You know where to find me.
Alright, so where is Rucker or...
Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
So we got... Yeah, I saw the ghoul guy.
People trying to help others. It feels like I've died and gone to heaven.
God, there's...
Or hell, if you look out the window.
Who is talking? And can they please stop? Alright, so the ghoul was just named Ghoul.
If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia,
ah,
be
so
sure
many
to tell
people
them about the
talking.
Whitespring.
Hey, who are you?
I think we can make this place home for a lot of people.
You're just a medic.
Yourself included.
You're just a refugee.
Sorry, now's not a good time.
I'm just looking for named people. No.
Wonder if they have any chems laying around here.
Who are you? Raider representative.
What?
What does Crater think of the refuge? This is interesting.
Nothing but a problem. All it's doing is encouraging new people to come to Appalachia. Sickly people. If they're too weak to make it on their own, then maybe they shouldn't be the ones to survive.
Okie dokie, who are you?
Who I am doesn't matter. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for Meg.
Okie dokie, I've got to go.
Whatever.
That was weird. Interesting, but not terribly informative. Okay. I'm getting super close to somebody.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker
I
have
suppose
any
a nice
other
refuge like this
requests I
is
could
worth
help
more
with?
hungry mouths.
Well, not specifically
I
asked.
wish they'd tell us what all of those construction workers
Go
are
on,
up to.
dear. You know I'm thrilled to help if I can.
Well, she did mention needing some help with something for the clinic.
Ah, I see. Certainly.
And Sophie's starting her donation drive today.
The lovely Miss Wagner's charitable efforts.
Whitesprings
Yes,
decor
I
is
hadn't
refined
forgotten.
and decadent.
Oh, and
Don't
Esme's
listen
got
to
something
any
going on in the
naysayers.
kitchen she could use a hand with.
Well, I shall certainly see what I can do about that. I'm sure I can arrange some assistance in these matters.
We could always use an extra hand around here.
Oh, how are we going to accommodate so many guests? They aren't even paying.
What?
Looking for something new to spruce up your life? Stop by Giuseppe's Curios in the main room. This is a paid advertisement.
Can you shut up? Jesus Christ. Sorry for the blasphemy, if that offends you, but NPCs are just... Alright, so Orlando's there. I was kind of... Alright, this place just goes on forever and ever and ever. I was really hoping to find... I mean, I'm going to talk to Orlando, don't worry. Oh. Okay.
Rolling hills,
this is
shady
interesting.
trees, clear water. Appalachia almost makes a guy want to retire.
Alright, Skippy. It looks like you're doing, making modern art masterpieces in here. Alright, we got workbenches. Tinkerer's workbench. I guess this is where he sleeps. He gets drunk, apparently. Alright, let's see if he has anything to say. What's up, buddy?
Hey, sport. You wouldn't happen to be handy with an electro-compression spanner, would you? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you aren't. I invented the thing. Sorry to put you on the spot, kid. I'm Skippy Rorich, but you can call me Skip, Ro, Skippo, or whatever else you fancy. I'm here on behalf of the Union. We're a band of loose-knit freedom fighters from the Pit up north. We're looking to get our home back from a group of raiders called the Fanatics. Hoping Appalachia has some help to offer in that.
The way he started off the dialogue there, it really made me think of Nazim from Skyrim. He was like, have you ever been to the Cloud District? Or do you get to the Cloud District often? Oh, who am I kidding? Alright, except he seems a lot nicer, but still, it was dialogue was eerily similar. I'm not a kid. I don't want to be dressed as one. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Pitt, what is that? I hate that question. You invented a new what? Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, don't worry about that thing. Barely works anyway. Silly to bring it up. Oh, we're past the electro spanner. Consign it to the dustbin of history. I'm moving on to the hydrolo spanner. Much higher ceiling on that one.
Okay. I mean, I'll ask it even though I hate it.
The Pit is, well, it used to be Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now it's something else entirely, overrun by all manner of nasty. But it's our home, and we want to win it back, clean it up, and make it livable again.
I am intimately familiar with the Pit, but in the future. So, you mind if I ask you some questions?
Not at all. Ask away.
Everybody's nice so far. A little confused about Orlando, but we'll go over and talk to them. I'd like to ask you about the Union. Can you tell me more about the Pit? Let's talk about you. Sure, tell me about the Union.
And I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Oh, boy. Yeah, when somebody... talk about things I don't know. New casual team created. Cosmic Zoo is inviting all players. And then, like, I go to try to, like, join, and I don't understand, or I don't know how to join.
The Union is our grand experiment in human decency in the Pit. All the people working together to rebuild a place that most say ain't worth rebuilding. We fight the fanatics, the ferals, and any other awful thing that stands to hold back progress in the Steel City. And there are a lot of those.
Like the Trogs? Alright, tell me about the people in the Union.
Well, you know, we used to be a trade union before the war. A lot of us are holdovers from those days, old factory hands. Sticking together now like we did then. But we take all kinds, so long as they share the goal of winning back our foul city and making it fair again. That mix makes us a rowdy bunch, but it's also our secret sauce. Our eclectic minds think of things our enemies wouldn't imagine. So we stay one step ahead, or even an inch ahead, but that's enough to keep us in the game.
Bro's up here talking about secret sauce. I don't need to know about your secret sauce, buddy. Alright, why does the Union want our help?
Quite frankly, because the odds are stacked against us. We represent civilization in the Pit. Most folks up there have put that by the wayside, given in to their animal instincts. We want our home back, but we can't do it alone. That's all there is to it.
Why should I help the Union?
If the fanatics unite the Pit, they'll start marching elsewhere. That's trouble for Appalachia. Trouble for you. If that ain't motivation enough, well, I'll make it worth your while. Don't you worry. War breeds innovation. If there's one thing we have, it's that. We can build you all manner of fighting gear. Guns, grenades, armor, you name it. It'll be yours if you give us your aid.
This is like the recruitment thing to get you to go do the Pit. War never changes. Alright. What role do you play in all this? Well, I mean, he's clearly the tinkerer. God, these questions.
I'm the Union's inventor, quartermaster, and coordinator. I'm the brain guy. I use the know-how in this dome here of mine to help the kids in the field in any way I can.
His neck is creepy, too. Why is everybody's neck's creepy? He's the brain guy. Can we get a brain guy on the writing team for Bethesda? Dear God. I'd like to ask about something else.
Sure thing.
Can you tell me more about the Pit?
Can I? Of course. Will I? Also, of course.
I could probably tell you about the Pit. But anyway, what's life like in the Pit?
It's hell. What else can I say? What the bombs didn't level, the fanatics finished off. The air is choked with soot, the water is undrinkable, and the rads sear your skin like the sun of the Sahara.
So why not just leave, then?
It's horrible, but it's home. No matter how bad it is or gets, we believe we can turn it around. That's what we're fighting for.
I would just leave. What was Pittsburgh like before the war? I've been to Pittsburgh. I actually took a vacation in Pittsburgh, which might sound super strange, but I am a huge zombie fan, and the mall that Dawn of the Dead was filmed in I don't know if it still is, but at the time that I went there was still open, and I actually went and stayed there it was only for like a weekend, so that way I could visit the mall and check it out and snap some pictures. And they actually had a really cool zombie store in the mall. And Pittsburgh's, it's fine, but it's not super nice at all.
Before the war? Well, it wasn't a paradise, but still a sight to behold. The Steel City, we called it. A center of industry, making anything you can imagine. When the war rolled around, we built weapons, munitions, vertibirds, power armor, robots. I suppose that's what made us a target, and left us what we are now.
Tell me about these fanatics you're fighting.
The fanatics are a bunch of sadists, is what they are. They bill themselves as a confederation and say they take all comers for who or what they are. That's nonsense, of course. Just an empty slogan, used to sucker in more labor for the mills.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
All right. I'm game.
All right, Gramps. Tell me about you.
Twist my arm, why don't you?
Oh my god. I was hoping for like one or two things, and it's like, here's 4 more things. Event anything good lately?
Well, now that you mention it, I had this idea for a rat-powered motorboat recently. Rats are big enough nowadays. I think it could work. The problem is feeding them out on the water.
Okie dokie. How did you survive the bombs?
One good thing about making weapons of war for Uncle Sam is that they build those manufactories to last. The plant I worked in may as well have been a bunker, like one of those Vault-Tec vaults the Richies built themselves. When the bombs came down, enough stood standing to keep us lucky few alive. What came after? The Rads, the Ferals, the Fanatics. That was a real test.
Cool. Tell me a bit about who you were before the war.
Well, I'm a Pittsburgh man through and through. Daddy worked the steel mills hard, but I took a different route, tinkering for an armaments firm. This may surprise you, but I did everything by the book back then. Everything done to spec. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Life was stable, but boring as hell. I didn't really start living until after the bombs. They woke me up good.
Can I see your goggles down? Because they look pretty cool. Tell me about yourself.
Only been good at one thing in my life, and that's building things, so that's what I do. People call me a mad scientist. I built my fair share of oddities, but innovation takes risk. Parachutes sound crazy too, but they work. I'm lucky to have the time I have left after what I've been through. I'm not gonna waste it playing safe.
Okie dokie. I have other questions I want to ask. Do I?
Tired of hearing about me, eh?
Never mind.
Oh, well, okay then.
Could I get your thoughts on some things? Okay, we're going around in a circle now?
Why, naturally, I would be happy to share my wisdom with you.
And then back to never mind.
Oh, well, okay then.
What was the point of that? Talk to you later, Skippy.
Anytime, my friend.
Skippy, Jiffy. All right.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown.
All right, so I like him too.
I know it was way back, but
everybody's pretty cool so far.
Did you ever look up at the stars?
Headquarters, kitchen, helipad. All right, I guess we'll go talk to Orlando.
Sorry, I'm not much for conversation. Ellison, talk to me.
Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather.
All right, I'm trying to just talk to Orlando here.
Well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment. That will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the Refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf.
Okay. What exactly is going on here? I'm a responder myself, technically.
Are you really, dear? How marvelous. In that case, I'm sure you can't wait to get involved here.
So you're not with these responders? Yeah, I'm getting confused now.
Not as such, dear. They have my wholehearted support, and that of the Whitespring management, but no. I am the management liaison for the Whitespring, as I said, here to provide assistance to the responders' refuge efforts. My primary duties, otherwise, are to the caretaking and oversight of the Whitespring itself.
Okay. I've been here a bunch of times, and you were not here, so why is that not a question that I can ask? Like, where did you come from? Because you were not here the many multiple times I've been here previously. I thought the responders were all wiped out.
Yes, I believe the originals had been. Quite a tragic tale. Such a noble endeavor. Fortunately, their ideals and organization have been revived, and this refuge is their new home. If I may be totally honest with you, dear, I have heard others use the Responder's name as well, to be fair. But I think Appalachia could always use more people with such altruistic goals, so that's all right. I'm sure you agree.
That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
Okay. What exactly is going on here?
Perhaps you have not heard. The Whitespring is now home to the Refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The Refuge is being run by the Responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the Refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them.
Okay, that opened up a whole new dialogue tree. You mentioned management?
Of course, dear. The owners of the Whitespring itself. The resort, hotel, golf course, all of it. Very much still alive, I assure you, though regrettably unable to oversee affairs in current circumstances.
No problem
As
too
such,
big to solve.
now that we have new guests, they have sent me in their stead to take care of things as needed. I couldn't be more pleased to do so. A delicious opportunity to be of help and meet fascinating people such as yourself.
So they are saying that the people that own Whitespring are still alive. Okay. The refuge is really open to anyone?
Anyone in need of help, yes. You appear more well off than our usual guests, though, if I may say so. Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed. The refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves. The starving, the sick, the homeless. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities, all manner of care to be found here. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small way, of course.
Okay. Is there something I can do to help?
What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Okay. I wanted to ask them another question off that list, but what is it they need?
Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the Pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause.
The Pit, that's a grim nickname.
Judging by what I've heard, it's an accurate one, sadly. Pittsburgh was bombed quite severely during the war. The poor individuals still living there have renamed it to better reflect its dreadful circumstances.
Who are these allies?
They call themselves the Union. Something of a resistance movement, I understand, against more aggressive forces. One of their representatives is currently staying with us, a Mr. Skippy Rorridge. Delightful man.
Yep, I talked to Skippy. I liked him. Not really feeling you. You're kind of creeping me out. You're giving me like a whole White Gloves vibe.
Indeed. Isn't that marvelous? They salvaged it and painstakingly repaired it. It's fully functional now. I was very pleased to be able to contribute to this effort in my own small way. If you wish to see it, it resides on the roof of the Refuge between flights, along with its charming pilot, Miss Lennox.
Alright, so another named character, Miss Lennox. Alright. Yeah, I'm not doing the Pit. I'm just here to check stuff out. Get the lay of the land, basically. Let's say I'm in. What's next?
Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear?
No.
Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultracells, if you prefer.
Okay, so this is like, they're the tutorial for the Pit. Orlando is the tutorial for the Pit. It's just talking me through how the Pit works. Okay. If I'm going to the Pit for them, shouldn't they just give me the cells? That seems like a fair question.
In an ideal world, darling, I'm sure they would. Sadly, this is not that world, and any reticence on their part is understandable. I don't want to speak for the responders, but I believe they may also see this as more for their Union friends than for themselves. Your assistance with their more immediate concerns will ensure everyone benefits. Isn't that a good outcome?
Ultrasight battery cells. Where are they getting those?
Why, from me, of course. Rather, from the management via me, that is. When management heard the responders were restoring the vertibird, they wished to help. They provided the ultracells, and I suggested them to the responders as an alternative means of fueling the vertibird. Per management instructions, I distribute a quantity to certain individuals regularly. Management feels this encourages collective decision-making rather than stockpiling. I'm sure they'd be willing to part with them in exchange for your aid.
I kind of want to kill the management. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. Like I really yeah. Are they in the basement? Okay. Yeah, sure. Wait, I discovered one of these ultracells elsewhere. I thought it was a unique experiment.
I could not possibly speak to your experience, dear. It sounds remarkable to make such discoveries. All I can tell you is that the management provides them for the Refuge. Regrettably, that is as much as I know of the matter. I might wager that whomever was behind the ultracell you discovered likely shared similar contacts with management at some point, but who can say?
Okay. So if you control the supply cells, that's basically kind of what we already asked, and they already answered, but whatever.
Dear, you must understand, much as I would like to, my responsibilities do not permit me to do so. I am but a humble employee of the management, and I distribute their resources as instructed to the letter. I hope you will not begrudge me my loyalty. I find myself quite fond of you already.
Yeah, I don't like you or the management. Alright, okay, so who do I need to help?
Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the Refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded.
Alright, I'll talk to them and see what they need.
Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the Refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Rorich, the Pitt Union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark.
Yeah.
Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
Oh God.
Folks don't join the responders.
Darling, wonderful to see you. Can I be of service?
Yeah, I just wanted to see. Oh God. Yeah, I want to know more about management.
There is very little I'm permitted to speak about, but ask away, dear.
Who exactly are management? This seems fishy.
My dear, nothing would bring me more joy than to answer your questions. Your suspicions wound me. However, my employer values their privacy as highly as they value the fine work the responders are doing here. Suffice it to say, they are the owners of the Whitespring, as I believe I've mentioned.
I don't like that answer.
I am at your disposal.
I'm curious about your duties here. Oh God.
I'll be delighted to explain what I can.
What sort of work do you do for management?
Oh, a bit of this, a bit of that. Whatever they require. As you might imagine, the state of things prevents them from much travel. I go where they need me to go and see to what affairs they see fit. In this case, the Whitespring itself and the Refuge. Think of me as a concierge, my dear. I'm here to improve your experience in whatever way you require.
Well, if that was true, then you would improve my experience by giving me more information. But anyway, what do you do for the Refuge?
My role as liaison is to facilitate the needs of the responders and our guests and speak for the interests of management. That sounds terribly formal, I know, but in practical terms, it means I do what I can to keep the Whitespring livable and support the Refuge. I oversee the robotic staff to attend to the former, and in the latter case, I arrange for the disbursement of resources from management. Food, medicine, materials. Management has considerable resources, which they are happy to donate. I handle those arrangements.
Mm-hmm. If management is supplying the Refuge, where is it all coming from?
Now, darling, you can't imagine I would tell you a thing like that. A less trusting soul might think you were pumping me for information in the hopes of planning a heist. Of course, I know that's not why you ask, but you understand why I have to be rather secretive on this subject, don't you? Let's just say management wisely invested its wealth when such things mattered, and are now well-equipped to be generous.
So they're robo-brains or something. And I want to blast them in their robo-brains.
Of course, darling. Whatever you like.
Sure. Let's see if we get them to crack their facade at all.
Me, dear? Would you really want to dispel all the mystery? What is it you wish to know?
I'm curious about you, Orlando. Tell me about yourself.
Do I have an admirer? Flattery will get you everywhere, darling. That being said, there is little to tell, really. I am the Whitespring Management's liaison to the Responders' Refuge. It's a role I quite enjoy. It pleases me when I can be of service to others.
I'm not asking about your job, Orlando. Who are you?
I don't mean to be coy, dear. My work is my life, as they say. It fills my time and fulfills me. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? Besides, don't you find a bit of mystery all the more compelling? If I bared my soul and told you everything, I'm sure you'd be terribly bored. If I remain an enigma, it might keep you coming back for more of these lovely chats.
Like I've died and gone to heaven. Or hell, if you look out the window.
I want to know more about your past.
I can't imagine there's anything of interest to you there, dear. But you may ask.
Where did you come from? Before the Whitespring, I mean.
Oh, here and there, darling. I've been to lots of places before the management asked me to take over here. If you want to imagine a thrilling and intriguing story about my past, don't let me stop you, please.
So you've... I feel like this is going nowhere. I'm just wasting my time, but we'll keep going. So you traveled a lot, but you must have started somewhere. Listen, I grab them and shake them until they give me a straight answer.
Can't wait for my tell-all autobiography. I can't blame you. Who knows when I'll find the time to write it? How about just a little dark secret of mine to tide you over? I'm not from anywhere interesting, actually. Nothing remarkable about my origins at all. Disappointing, isn't it, dear? That's why I usually let people imagine their own version of things. Keeps them interested.
Why all the travel?
Working after a fashion. You must understand, dear, the management cannot travel as freely as most people can. In their stead, I have wandered far and wide, seeing to their interests and being their eyes and ears, hands too, as necessary. It had its good moments. I enjoy meeting new people, and much of the countryside is still beautiful, despite everything. But to be honest, my darling, it was a relief to come here to do this. It's been too long since I could remain in one place for a while. Promise me you won't get bored if I become a homebody. I'm getting used to a soft bed and clean clothes.
That was like a super delayed reaction. Okay. Whew, mind if we talk about something else?
Not at all, dear.
What can you tell me about the Refuge?
I'm afraid you may wish to ask the lovely Rucker those questions, darling, but I shall do my best.
Use a drink. But Rucker wants us sober on the job.
What's your perspective on the Refuge?
A wonderful idea, of course. It can be a beacon of hope for the unfortunates of Appalachia. And as I believe I mentioned, darling, the management are very positive on the effort and give it their full support.
Which is very suspicious, but okay. We're not getting anywhere with them. So, did the responders get permission before setting up the Refuge?
Actually, no, they didn't. That's no fault of theirs, darling. Nobody could have known the owners were still involved. Management has monitored the property, of course, and there have been scavengers before, but the robotic staff sufficed. Once aware the responders were establishing a permanent presence, management sent me to bestow their blessing and be their liaison.
Alright, that actually answered the question I had earlier of why they weren't here previously, which I feel like that's something that should have been addressed 10 minutes ago in dialogue.
I am ready as ever to accommodate.
Boy, is it tiring.
Alright, I have need of some services. What's that gonna do?
Certainly. What do you require?
I have no idea, but what are the options? I was hoping to do some trading. Is there food and drink available? Medical services? Mind if we change this up? So she's just gonna tell me that there's shops and stuff, which I already know.
But of course, the Whitespring is home to a number of robotic merchants in the concourse downstairs. However, if you prefer a human touch with your shopping experience, may I recommend you speak with Giuseppe? A charming man with a discerning eye. I have no doubt you shall get along famously, dear.
Yeah, I ain't got no stamps, though. Food or drink available?
I believe the responders have commandeered the kitchens to provide for those deprived souls coming to the refuge. However, the Whitespring's robotic waitstaff can no doubt provide you with light libations in the dining area. You may wish to head downstairs to the merchant concourse and visit Marie and Antoine to sate your hunger.
Alright, and I already saw the medical tent over there, but just for fun.
Regrettably, the Whitespring itself is not equipped to provide full medical care at this time. I do apologize, darling. And the Refuge clinic is reserved for the poor indigents arriving at its doors in dire straits.
Oh, so I can't use it.
If your needs are less immediate and severe, may I suggest a visit to the chemists in the downstairs concourse? Doc Stanley has a variety of medicines available appropriate for personal use.
Alrighty, mind if we change the subject?
Not at all, my dear.
And I think now finally got through all of the dialogue. Trying to think if there's anything. I'm pretty much done. Nothing else right now. Talk to you later, Orlando.
Believe me, I shall be counting the minutes, dear. Come back safely.
Yeah. I don't know what that weird zoom out is. That's the second time I did that. Alright, so
With all these supplies, we could really do some good trading with the Whitespring.
that was for sure interesting.
If you see anything that requires attention, do let me know.
But I don't know if interesting in a good way or a bad way. So, alright, so who do we got here? That looks like Esme.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work.
Because, well, she's cooking. And
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
alright, all the way back here at the desk is it's Rucker, not Rutger. They sound very similar, but they're not. Alright, so this is Rucker. Yep. Alright.
I can't wait until dinner.
So we didn't quite get through everything. In the next episode, we will talk to Esme, we will talk to Sophie again, we will talk to Rucker, and just for fun, we will see if we can do these daily missions. So that way, when I am ready to try out the Pit, which I don't think I will do very well at the level that I'm at, but I could be wrong, I'll be able to do so. With all that being said, if you made it with me this far into the video, I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you give me a subscription and would like a shout out, please let me know, because YouTube does not. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I am very thirsty. All this talking. All this talking got me parched.
These robots sure make my job
There
easier.
we go. Here.
Folks don't join the responders for caps.
There we go.
They join to make a difference.
All right. Goodbye and good night, dwellers.